Hello, SRF Ninja here from soreelflix.com, and it's that time in a month again where I share everything that I bought or have received in this month. And that month is December, the last month of the year. And let's get down to it. I don't think I got a lot, but first thing I want to get down to is something I forgot to share with you last month. It's one movie, it's a Blu-ray, and I did a review for it. And that is a documentary. It's called Black Wax. Boom! It's by Jill Scott Heroin, or it's about him anyways. The Blu-ray is really good, it looks pretty good. If you like Jill Scott, you have to have this. It's actually a really good documentary. If you know anything about his music, it's just like this documentary. Anything I wish it did is share a little bit more of his story from the beginning of his life. But you can check out my review right here. Click that guy. Don't forget to check that out. I think I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Really good. It's got half of its music and half of its documentary style. It's pretty good, and I think Jill Scott's the one that actually went and wanted to do this. And he's walking through DC, and he's talking about his life and stuff about his songs, his poems, and whatnot. So you definitely want to check this out if you like Jill Scott. It's a pretty good view. Next up, we're getting down to my DVDs. I got 2 of them, and they're both the same. Why the hell did I do that? Well, let's get down into it. First up is an import I got from overseas. It's one I've been searching for a very long time. I didn't even know the name of the movie, and that is American Shaolin. It's basically 36 chambers, just with a white guy in it. And I seen this when I was a kid, before I was into martial art movies, per se, or Asian martial art movies. I thought this was really good when I was a kid. It's still okay movie. It doesn't hold up as much, but it's fun, funny, and it's got a lot of 36 chamber elements to it from the Gordon Liu movie, if you know what I'm talking about, the Shaw Brothers film. But overall, it's a cool movie, and there is a way you can buy this without import, and I'm going to show you now. But hey, if you're looking for this where a white guy goes to a Shaolin temple and he becomes a Shaolin monk and he goes through this little obstacle where he's breaking apart wooden dummies and stuff, American Shaolin, that's the movie title. Here's the way you can buy it in America. And this triple bill action DVD thing right here. But the quality, picture quality, isn't as good as that. And the quality of that isn't that great either. It's like VHS type of transfers. But this guy's a lot dimmer. The other one's a little bit brighter. If you have a region-free DVD player, pick that one up. If not, pick this one up. You can also get these other 2 movies. I didn't watch the last one, but I seen Death Fight, which was okay. Not that great, but still a fun watch. But I still did like American Shaolin. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Okay, next up, Blu-rays. My reviews I did is, first up is Arrow Video's Blood Rage. This is a Thanksgiving type of slasher. Here it is. It comes with a very cool slipcover. I like it. Looks good. I like the artwork. The movie itself is a pretty cool movie. I think I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It's a slasher. It doesn't have a lot of gore in it and has some nudity in it. I think a little bit of nudity. I think it's a little bit of nudity. Maybe none. But anyways, you can check out my review right here. Click that guy. I wish they would have incorporated more Thanksgiving stuff, a little bit more blood. Maybe some nudity if it didn't have it. Next up, another Arrow Video movie I did a review for. That is What Have You Done to Solange? This thing right here, I actually like this. I think it gets mediocre reviews, but I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It's a slasher mystery type of movie. And Solange is a girl that you don't see until after, like, near the end of the movie. But there's like 2 different type of storylines. There's a guy going around killing people, killing girls. Like, what the hell is he killing these girls for? And there's a secret going around. And Solange, what the hell happened to her? The whole point is why this guy is killing these girls is because of what happened to Solange. You gotta check this out if you're an Arrow Video fan or mystery, slasher, thriller kind of movie collector. You can check out my review right here. Click that guy. If you don't have your annotations on, go down below. Next up, down to my Will Go USA release, Memories of the Sword. Pretty cool movie, actually. I highly enjoy it. It's a wuxia type film. It's a lot of sword play in it. The action's pretty cool. It's not a ton of action, but the ending is really good. It's got that Zatoichi sort of Doom type of feel at the end when they're inside this house and she's cutting up all these guys. But anyways, it's a really cool movie. It's got good gore in it. The story is pretty cool, but there's some other plot points in there that kind of get in the way. I think you can just check out my review right here, see what I really think about it. I would say I gave this a 4 out of 5. Pretty good movie still. Definitely want to check that out. Next up, Amy Schumer's Trainwreck. Alright, the movie is not all that great. I thought it was going to be a lot funnier, but it's okay. It's got some funny moments. moments in it, but really a mediocre movie. I would give it maybe a 2.5, maybe a 3 out of 5. I would say definitely give this a shot. If you want to give this a shot, I'll definitely say rent it first. I got it for $10. Maybe I should wait until it got to $7.99 or $6.99 or something, but it's okay. One thing I like to point out is that LeBron James, he did an actual good job. He was probably one of my favorite characters in this movie. Next up, the new Poltergeist, the remake. It's okay, it's mediocre. I agree with most of the reviews. Some of it trash it, but overall it's a mediocre film. One thing I wish they would have done is gave it a little bit more character build up. It was like basically a little bit of character build up and they went straight into the Poltergeist stuff. Not like the first film that they did where it was a little bit more raunchy and the parents were smoking weed and whatnot. There's a little bit of that in this, but not a lot. I wish they would have done a little bit more on that. But overall it's a decent film. Not that scary though, except for if you are scared of clowns. Next up, new Jackie Chan movie, Dragonblade. Boom. I actually thought this was a really good movie. A lot of people would think John Cusack's character wasn't all that great. It wasn't really that bad, but overall the movie was pretty cool. I thought it was great. Both, if you like Jackie Chan or Adrian Brody, he's not really in it that much. He played the main bad guy in this. And John Cusack, it's a decent movie. The action's pretty cool though. I liked it. Next up, an older movie with Paul Newman and Robert Redford, The Sting. It's been a long time. I had this on my wish list for a long time and I finally picked it up. Finally came down to a price that I wanted to buy it at, and boom, I played it. Thought it was a really good movie. You have to pick this up if you've never seen it. If you're a fan of Paul Newman or Robert Redford, it's a really good movie. These guys pull off a great sting on this bad guy or banker, you can say. It's really cool. I definitely gotta recommend that. Gotta have that in your collection. Next up, had to get this Chuck Norris Delta Force 2. Not as great as the first one, but still pretty cool. Got some really good action in it, hand-to-hand combat and gun violence. But it is kind of corny. It's you know, that type of movie though. But it's a really good movie. It's out now. Go get it if you're a Chuck Norris fan. You gotta have it on Blu-ray. Next up, Jason Statham's Wildcard. I had higher hopes for this. It's still a decent movie. It's not bad, but not great. Just okay. It's a mediocre movie, I would say. It's got great, cool action. I like the action, but it's a really different kind of character for him, I guess. Jason Statham. Story's okay. I'll definitely give it a shot. Go pick it up. I bought this real cheap. Price point is really good. Buy it. If not, go ahead and try to rent it. Next up, Fargo. Boom. This is the movie. I haven't seen it before. My first time. I heard so much about it and always seen parts of it on TV. And I actually really enjoyed it. Really good movie. I love the lady in this. Like the accents. She was all laid back. Pregnant cop solving his murder. Really good movie. I really like that. Gotta pick this up if you've never seen it. Gotta have it in your collection. Next up, had to buy this Heath Ledger movie. I was a fan of it when I first saw it. A Knight's Tale when I was a kid, actually. I'm a fan of this movie. I thought it was pretty cool. Some people give it a mediocre. Maybe it's mediocre, but I highly enjoyed it because it was fun. It was just a fun movie to watch. Gotta pick this up if you've never seen it, or at least check it out. Next up, Justice League, Throne of Atlantis. Boom. This is actually a pretty cool movie here from DC. Animation, by the way, is not actually live action, but I enjoyed this one. It has all the same characters of my last DC movies that I got. And thing with these type of movies, they do switch characters. They make them look different. They use different actors, voice actors, but they stay true to this one. It was actually pretty cool. I'll probably give it a 4 out of 5. It was a fun movie to watch. Next up, another Justice League movie. They changed the characters up and make it totally different. Very weird. I didn't really like it too much. It was mediocre. Gods and Monsters. Characters look pretty different in there. It's like a different universe, I would guess. This is like the Batman character. He's like a vampire bat. Very weird. Definitely different. Getting down into my next movie, Minions. Boom. Not as good as Despicable Me, but still funny and still a good watch. I definitely would pick this up if you have Despicable Me 1 and 2. You definitely got to have this in the collection. It was fun. That's what I can say. I thought it was a pretty cool movie. Next up, the live action version of Cinderella. This was actually a really cool movie. I enjoyed it, and I like the actress in this. She was pretty hot looking, and you know the story already, but it was pretty cool. I definitely would recommend picking this up. I just like having a lot of Disney movies in my collection, but either or, still a really good movie. Next up, Arrow Video movie. I didn't do a review for because it came in so late. It was like 2-3 months later, but it's called Wake Up and Kill. It's an Italian film. It's in Italian, by the way. It's not English, and it's about 2 hours long. The movie's okay. I would give it a 3 out of 5. It's about these people going around robbing people and killing people, but it's overall it's okay. So actually, these two is a couple going around doing that. It's an okay movie. If you're an Arrow Video collector, you gotta have it in your collection though. Next up, the biggest purchase of the year for me, and it's another Arrow Video movie, or I should say a box set. I didn't receive it, and I didn't really do a review for it because it took so long to get here, so I was way late on that. But here it is. It's called Battles Without Honor and Humanity: The Complete Collection. This big, huge box set here has 5 movies in it, and it also has one more, which is a cut of the first 4 movies. It skips the 5th movie because they say that the 5th movie isn't really part of this collection, the Yakuza Papers collection or whatever. But anyways, I thought this was a really good movie. It's not like a 5 out of 5, but the first film is probably the best one. 4 out of 5 I gave it. The rest of them are 4s for me out of 5 stars. But overall, it's a really cool movie. This is like the Japanese Godfather. You gotta have this if you like Japanese cinema. It's a must-have. Limited to only 2,500 copies, and they are running out pretty fast on this. If you can find it, pick it up. Gotta have it in the collection if you're an Arrow Video collector or Asian movie viewer. Next up, Criterion Collection. I had to have this. Just came out. The Apu Trilogy. Got this on sale, actually, and I had a coupon, so I got a really good price on it. 3 movies. It's a trilogy about this guy's life, Apu. It's made in India, and really good. Gotta have this if you're a fan of, like, grown-up type of movies. Really good movie. The culture over there is really cool. I highly enjoy this. Gotta have this in your collection, especially if you're a Criterion collector or overall a general movie buff like me. Gotta have this in your collection. Really good movie, or movies I should say. Gotta have it. The Apu Trilogy. Must have. Next up, another movie you gotta really have. Just came out and it's on Digibook. It stars, or semi-stars, James Stewart. You can't take it with you. What does that tell you? Anyways, really good movie. I highly enjoyed this. You gotta have this in your collection, especially if you're a James Stewart fan. Also, the guy in this, his father, really, or actually James Stewart's girl that he likes, his father, is really good, really funny. Gotta have this in your collection. And it's Frank Capra's movie, and I have about 6 or 7 of his Blu-ray. They're all classics. You gotta have every single one of his movies that are out on Blu-ray right now. And one of them is one of my favorite Christmas movies, starring James Stewart, It's a Wonderful Life. Gotta have it. Pick this up. Gotta have that in your collection, and it's a Digibook. Next up, coming down to my Steelbooks. Maze Runner, Scorched Trials. Had to have this because I enjoyed the first one. This one's actually decent movies. It's a fun popcorn film. But the Steelbook is just okay. It's pretty plain. Shiny though. Same thing. Inside artwork, kind of. It's not plain, but it has some detail in there. I thought it was pretty cool. Decent movie. If you like the first one, you probably like the second one. Next up, Ted 2. I highly enjoyed the first one. This one's actually a decent movie. Not as great as the first one, but still enjoyable. And I like the Steelbooks. White, shiny, and it's got decent artwork. Same with the inside's artwork as well. Cool movie. Next up, one of the top 10 movies of the year, I would say. Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. Pretty cool movie. Really cool artwork on that. White again. I like white Steelbooks. Inside artwork. Really good movie. If you haven't seen this yet, rent it, but you gotta have it in your collection if you have the other ones, right? But hey, really good movie. Would I say it's good as the last one? Probably not. I like the last one a little bit better than this one, but still a fun movie. Next up, had to have this. Ben Stiller, Zoolander. This was a Walmart exclusive pickup. It was like $17.99 or something like that. I really like the artwork of this. It's different. Pretty cool. It's got inside artwork as well. But you can pick this up in February for a lot cheaper than $17.99. I think it was $14.99 or $9.99. The only reason why this was $17.99 is because it came with a little hair piece, just like this guy. It has his little band with the hair on it. But anyways, had to pick this up first day because I enjoy Zoolander. Kind of look forward to the next one. Pretty fun movie. Gotta have it on Blu-ray. First time on Blu-ray. Next up, really good movie. Another top 10 of the year for me. That is AntMan. Weird looking Steelbook right here. It's pretty plain. It's like metallic looking. Brushed aluminum, and it has this little hole right here. It's like a locker or something right here. It has a little ant right there. A little AntMan. And you turn it on the back. Let me take the thing off of here. Here's the back artwork right here. It's pretty cool. It's like a whole thing's like, it's not a locker, but it's an SSD drive, 1 terabyte solid state, whatever. See right there, if you can see that. Anyway, it's got inside artwork. It makes it look like it's the inside of the hard drive. It's pretty cool. Highly enjoyed the movie. Very fun. I didn't think it was going to be the great after seeing trailers or the beginning of AntMan where they're thinking about making it, but overall, really cool movie. I highly enjoyed this movie, by the way. You gotta pick this up if you're a Marvel fan or an action fan. It's pretty good. It's got some funny bits in it too. pretty cool. Alright guys, that's everything I bought in the month of December. It's quite a bit. It's quite a bit of movies, but hey, I enjoyed most of the movies. Some of them are mediocre. A lot of them I highly enjoyed. Some of them are must-haves. Anyways, what did you like out of my collection? Tell me down below. What do you think I should have bought that I didn't pick up in the month of December, that released in December, by the way? And also tell me, what do you think? What are your top 10 movies of the year? Since it's December, it's the end of the year. But anyways, thanks for viewing. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out soreelflix.com. And hey, look, check down below for all the cool links. All my reviews are going to be down there. If you didn't have your annotations on, you can see on my Facebook account, you can see Twitter, whatever. It's all down below. Check that out. And hey, don't forget to come back again next month where I share everything I got in January. And I don't think I'm going to get a ton, but hey, who knows? You never know. Alright guys, thanks for viewing. Ninja, ouch.